Welcome back, fight fans. The wait is almost over as we inch closer to one of the most electrifying matchups of the year. Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. The anticipation has been building for months, and now the stage is set for a showdown that promises to be nothing short of explosive. Beterbiev, the undefeated knockout machine, takes on Bivol, the master of elusive footwork and technical precision. Will Beterbiev's devastating power and constant pressure be too much for Bivol? Or will Bivol's slick movement and sharp punches prove too much for the iron-fisted champion? As we count down the days to this clash of titans, one burning question remains. Who will come out on top? The highly anticipated undisputed light heavyweight showdown between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is set for October 12, 2024. Beterbiev, the unified super lightweight champion, has been recovering from a ruptured meniscus suffered in training, but he's back and ready to go. His last fight, a victory over Callum Smith in January, showed just how formidable he is. As the excitement builds for this epic clash, the buzz is not just coming from fans. Shakur Stevenson, who will be fighting as an undercard for this event, has already weighed in with his prediction for this light heavyweight showdown. While some fans are leaning towards Beterbiev, Stevenson is placing his bet on Bivol. He believes Bivol's elite footwork will be the key to victory in this clash. Stevenson's confidence in Bivol's movement adds an intriguing layer to the matchup, promising a fight that will be a must-watch. Beterbiev, aged 39, stands out with a perfect knockout record, a testament to his incredible power. On the other hand, Bivol, aged 33, is a younger, highly skilled fighter known for his sharp jab, exceptional ring IQ, and flawless footwork. He's even got a victory over one of boxing's pound-for-pound kings, Canelo Alvarez. Beterbiev's power and his relentless Terminator style of stalking his opponents makes him a nightmare for a pure boxer like Bivol. Even though Bivol has the edge in speed, age, mobility, and combination punching, that might not be enough to get the job done. Beterbiev's ability to slowly chip away at his opponents round after round can drain Bivol's energy, leaving him vulnerable to a knockout in the later rounds. Let's take a look at Beterbiev's last opponent. Callum Smith has a solid catch and counter left hook, where he catches his opponent's shot and fires back with his own left hook. That was probably his best chance to make something happen in the fight against Artur Beterbiev in Quebec City. Smith attempted to go to the body, establish his jab, and make something work. But he was up against a superior fighter and a knockout machine in Beterbiev. Beterbiev marked up Smith's pace, dropped him twice in the 7th round, and ultimately the fight was stopped. Beterbiev is arguably the hardest puncher in boxing right now, with an impressive Olympian background. All of his wins have been by way of KO and TKO, with none of his opponents making it to the last bell. When it comes to a potential matchup between him and Dmitry Bivol, it's the classic boxer versus puncher scenario. Bivol has excellent movement, darting in and out with sharp straight punches and a solid jab. On the other side, Beterbiev is like a relentless Terminator, slowly chipping away. What's interesting about Beterbiev is that his punches don't seem loud or overly powerful at first glance. They come straight from the shoulders with just the right amount of tension. But he hits so hard that he eventually breaks his opponents down and scores the knockout. He doesn't need to wind up or throw everything into his punches. He just keeps coming until his opponent can't take it anymore. Will the supposedly unbeatable Beterbiev finally meet his match? Or is Bivol simply not prepared for the relentless force of the light heavyweight knockout king? If choosing between the two, Beterbiev is favored to beat Bivol. While typically the boxer has the advantage in these matchups, Beterbiev presents challenges that Bivol might not be able to overcome. Bivol would need exceptional durability to handle what Beterbiev brings to the ring. In past fights against lesser opponents, Bivol has shown hesitation to engage, and while this approach can secure a win, it may not be enough to withstand the punishment Beterbiev delivers. Bivol will need to avoid giving up too much ground and not let Beterbiev build momentum. Even though Bivol is an outstanding fighter, his trainers would probably advise that Bivol shouldn't change his approach by standing his ground and trying to knock out Beterbiev. That's simply not his style. On the biggest nights, a fighter should stick to their strengths, and for Bivol, that means remaining an in and out, probing boxer who delivers fast, sharp punches. That's where his real advantages lie. A fighter can only be pushed to do what is naturally in their makeup. Changing a fighter's approach, especially under pressure, is a challenging task. For instance, Deontay Wilder faced significant criticism when he attempted to box against Joseph Parker. It was evident that stepping away from his usual style didn't suit him well. For Bivol, the best approach would likely be to stick with his strengths, bouncing in and out with his quick, sharp punches. He will need to be at his absolute best. While the preference might lean towards Beterbiev, it doesn't mean Bivol can't win. He's an exceptional fighter. However, Beterbiev is given the edge due to his extensive familiarity with Bivol's style. Beterbiev didn't achieve his Olympic success or build his impressive professional record by just being a mindless brawler. He has the skills to solve problems and handle boxers who employ the in-and-out style that Bivol uses. Taking punches from Beterbiev is a tough challenge, and he's proven that he's not the kind of fighter who would just let guys outbox him. He's been through the rigors of international competition, so he's well equipped to handle what Bivol brings to the table. Beterbiev's strength comes from more than just raw power. He knows exactly how to place his punches. He doesn't load up on them, and on top of being a puncher, he's incredibly physically strong. Knockout power is something a fighter is born with. All those intense exercises he does aren't just for show. They're specifically designed to enhance his power. They strengthen his ligaments and bones and keep his wrist tight, so when he lands a punch, his wrist doesn't bend. It's compact and solid at the moment of impact. He knows how to slow his opponents down and where to hit them to make it count. Despite what some might say, his defense isn't as bad as it's made out to be. With the aggressive style he fights, it's inevitable that he's going to take some hits. There's no destructive fighter in boxing history who hasn't. But Beterbiev knows how to block and parry punches, and if an opponent gets too greedy, he'll counterpunch. If the hands are too fast, he'll step away. The matchup between Bivol and Beterbiev is seen as a 50-50 fight. Bivol has advantages in speed, boxing ability, and age, giving him several edges. However, considering all that Beterbiev brings to the table, he is expected to come out on top. Beterbiev has faced that probing in and out style in the amateur and professional scene, and he knows how to deal with it. He didn't become an elite fighter just by being a puncher. He's seen and handled this style before. As we gear up for the monumental showdown between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol for the light heavyweight undisputed status, make sure you stay tuned for the latest updates, predictions, and in-depth analysis. This is a fight you won't want to miss. So mark your calendars and get ready for a night of unforgettable action. Don't forget to drop your predictions in the comments. Who do you think will emerge victorious and why? Join the conversation and let's see if you can call it right before the bell rings. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're always in the loop for more thrilling boxing content. The countdown to October 12th has begun. Let's get ready for the ultimate light heavyweight clash. Until next time, fight fans.